In 2018, she was the last-year talent student. Her name is Tin Nuok, excellent for being the champion of a TV show. Her boyfriend, named Luke Tin Duyen, kneeled down to propose to Tin Nuok right on the stage. However, contrary to the romantic fairy tale, Tin Duyen's proposal is not the beginning of happiness, but the end of love. 6 years later, Tin Nuok returned to Tin Ton to produce the show Tap Kai named Goodbye, Moment of Action. Due to the lack of a male guest to invite alone and successful, she decided to find an object at the airport. Fortunately, a pilot met the request, but he refused because he did not think that a TV show had to come to the airport to find guests. The director named Ha Min suddenly saw a singer entering the waiting room. Hearing his colleagues say, "This is the most excellent man I've seen in half a year," Tin Nuok confidently convinced the other party. To save time, she asked Ha Min to find more guests to convince this great character. Through the habit of making friends, Tin Nuok introduced himself as the producer of the show Tap Kai. Who would have thought that the main opponent was Tin Duyen? The first sight after many years of meeting, the impudence of the quality of knowing how many beautiful memories, sweet kisses, happy moments, disappeared in a flash. "Long time no see, Tin Duyen," he said. "I went to see a person," heard her question, went to the waiting room. Tin Duyen remembers that before he went to Tin Nuok, he never took her to the waiting room. Tin Duyen took advantage of watching Tin Nuok's new show. At the right time, Ha Min reported that she had found male guests. Tin Duyen wondered, Tin Nuok studies the film industry, why now move to making Tap Kai? Tin Nuok smiled because his acting was still bad as before. She said, "I know about the country, I have been doing the Tap Kai program for a long time." Tin Duyen was curious, where does Tin Nuok come from? He always followed her news. Seeing the two of them getting to know each other, Ha Min quickly invited Tin Duyen to bring her ex-boyfriend to the Tap Kai program. Tin Duyen was very sorry because she was not comfortable. Her friend Tran Truck's call broke the tension. Tran Truck reported that Tin Nuok's car was broken in the middle of the road, so she asked her friend to come. Knowing that Tin Nuok was going to the party of Tran Truck and promised to give her a ride, Tin Duyen suggested that she go. Seeing the request to call her car number more than 200, Tin Duyen bothered her ex-boyfriend. On the car, the radio broadcast a talk about the topic old lovers have new lovers. Tin Duyen was a bit noisy to turn off the radio. Hearing that she was not in time for the ceremony, Tin Duyen immediately went around the road to stop. Who would have thought that she could not go? Tin Nuok blamed her for not knowing how to look first. She told him to stop the car and then walk out to the main road to catch the car. Notice that Tin Nuok hurt her foot. Tin Duyen took a pair of sports shoes in the trunk for her. Tin Nuok refused because she did not like to use other girls' clothes. Tin Duyen got into the car and ran after her. At the party, the guests were all wearing black clothes, and the code was received for wedding money. The host of the program turned back, blocking the road of love for 7 years between Tran Truck and Thua Chow. 1 year ago, they officially became legal husband and wife. The clock was about 11:11, which was the time they decided to return to their single lives. Tran Truck shared, during the 111 days of being husband and wife, Thua Chow promised she never knew the desire in her heart. If you are sick, you should drink a lot of water. If you are sad, you should not think too much. If you want to talk, you should go to bed. You don't need a man who can't give you the most basic feelings. Thua Chow promised to refute the desire that his wife asked for a day to call the video 8 times. He knew everyone had a sad time, but Tran Truck's mood was always from morning to night. He asked the reason, she made him guess, while he didn't have to be tired to understand everything in life. Finally, the bride and groom also came. They walked up the aisle to remove the wedding ring for 2 friends. The host thanked the 2 main characters for pushing the couple to the edge of the abyss. Before ending the ceremony, he invited the audience to watch the video to wish Tran Truck and Thua Chow a happy wedding. The movie Tin Duyen Wants to Kiss Tin Nuok was suddenly aired. At that time, she agreed to use her debtor's money to drive to the main hall to register the marriage. Tin Duyan put on a ring, kissed the hand of Tin Nuok. Happiness made her cry, the video lost the signal. Tran Trek said that the bride and groom, Tin Duyan, had sponsored a lot of pillows for the end of the ceremony. Thua Chow opened the door to the battle, the host reported. 2. Create a happy atmosphere, the two friends said goodbye. Tin Duyan and Tin Nuok also started their own battle. They decided to forget all the unimportant things and people. He wished her to find a guest soon, she hoped he could make more money. It turned out that Tin Duyan did not happen to appear at the airport. He received a message that Tin Nuok bought a plane ticket to Germany, so he rushed to the airport at night. Their love story began at the age of 16. Tin Duyan came home from winter break, suddenly saw a strange girl. He warned her to smoke in her room. Tin Nuok smiled, because the fire could have set the incense on his grave. Tin Duyan's mother was Mrs. Bui, who was responsible for the son to stay up half a night in the bathroom in front of Tin Duyan's room. She said that from now on, this room no longer belongs to Tin Duyan. Instead of a fat son, she left Tin Duyan weak. Hearing the cry of the daughter, Mrs. Bui forced Tin Duyan to pour warm water. She officially introduced that this is a son who is not allowed to do anything. And Tin Duyan is the godmother of Mr. Tam, a close friend of Mrs. Bui. Because the two were born on the same day, same month, same year, so they both named Tin. She also kept a picture of the two wearing newborn pants. Because Tin Nuok transferred to school in Minlu, she will stay at Tin Duyan's house. Returning to the present, the couple's kiss scene was published again on the social network. Tin Duyan decided to meet Tin Duyan. She officially introduced about Goodbye, the moment of action. Unlike other dating shows, Goodbye, the moment of action revolves around the two keywords old lover and first love. As a businessman, Tin Duyan wonders what benefit I get from this cooperation. Tin Duyan thinks the program can boost the promotion of the resort of Luk Tong. Tin Duyan said, my company has a media room. I don't know what the program can do differently. Tin Duyan decided to film the program at the resort, thereby showing the uniqueness of the resort. Moreover, the guests watched the program very popularly. She believed that after the broadcast, the program would bring in a large number of guests to the resort. Tin Duyan praised Tin Duyan's professionalism. Because of the program, she did not hesitate to invite her ex-boyfriend to tell her past feelings for 1.4 billion Chinese audiences. Tin Duyan said that love and breakup is a matter of everyone. If she gave up, why didn't she dare? Tin Duyan said she would not participate in this program. Tin Duyan went out, and in case she met her ex-boyfriend, she went abroad to take care of an event. Looking at the eyelashes of Tin Duyan, her ex-boyfriend helped him take them off. On this side, the old man forced Tin Duyan to chase Tin Duyan. However, she forced him to meet her ex-boyfriend. When she got home, Tin Duyan was treated by her two best friends. Tin Duyan said that Tin Duyan had come to her company to refuse to participate, to say goodbye to the moment of action. Tran Chuk said that Tin Duyan had come to the place to prove her interest in the program. However, Tin Duyan was afraid that he was in love with his family and would not meet the standards of the guest. Tam Tam had never heard that Tin Duyan had a girlfriend. Tran Chuk remembered that her family was just a lawyer for Tin Duyan's hotel. Tin Duyan wanted to clarify their relationship to see if Tin Duyan was suitable to be a guest male. At the right time, the old woman called. Tran Chuk said, this is a chance for Tin Duyan. Knowing that Tin Duyan was coming to play, he was happy to meet his niece. He promised to wait for me to go fishing and cook delicious food for Tin Duyan. Returning to the old house, Tin Duyan was not moved. The old woman was angry, she blamed the girl for going back to the water for 2 years without calling me. Hearing Tin Duyan's apology, the old woman immediately apologized, with the condition that the girl had to stay and talk to me. Tam Tam, Tin Duyan moved to the resort, only on the occasion of Tet holiday, so she was alone in the empty house. Tin Duyan paid attention, stayed and talked to the old woman. After hearing about the program, Mrs. Bui asked if Tin Duyan was suitable to participate. Tin Duyan said that guests had to be alone. Mrs. Bui affirmed that after breaking up with Tin Duyan, her son was determined to give the resort absolutely no joke. Tin Duyan suddenly went in, "Please mom, don't say a word in front of the outsiders." He asked his mother to send him a message about what was going on. Mrs. Bui was stunned, asked her son to bring Tin Duyan home. On the car, Tin Duyan gave Tin Duyan a hand, ignoring his mother's words. At the right time, Du Tu called her, "Tin Duyan is lucky, the love of two people is still good." Tin Duyan advised that the old woman should care about her love life for the better. Hearing him say that he was alone, Tin Duyan smiled. She thought that if he wanted to pretend to be single, he had to ask the owner's opinion on the shoes behind him. Thinking that she was misunderstanding, Tin Duyan took the shoes and chased Tin Duyan. He gave her shoes to prove who was the owner of it. So, 8 months after the breakup, Mrs. Bui still contacted Tin Duyan. Seeing that her shoes were forgotten, Tin Duyan took them to the car, but kept them in the car. Now, he returned them to the owner. Tin Duyan thanked the shoes for always reminding her that he was once a fool. Hearing Tin Duyan call again, Tin Duyan was happy. But she talked about work again, making him angry. She said she had come up with a plan to promote the resort in the program. Tin Duyan really wanted to know why the new guest was definitely him. Tin Duyan analyzed the couple's information that many people were interested in. That was very beneficial for a first-time show on air. Seeing that she was enthusiastic about the program, Tin Duyan agreed to consider more. Regarding the resort, Mrs. Chow advised Tin Duyan to face the feelings for Tin Duyan. Tin Duyan admitted that she wanted to start over with Tin Duyan. However, she seemed to not think like him. Tin Duyan was afraid that she was too positive, and accidentally pushed Tin Duyan away again. Mr. Tai, as now, maintains normal friendship with her. Tin Duyan remembered that Truong Huk had called to invite her to the show. He said that Tin Duyan was planning to produce a show to remember her first love, which was Tin Duyan. Therefore, Truong Huk hoped that Tin Duyan would join the couple with Tin Duyan. Having done many love shows, Truong Huk said that many couples broke up in the most exciting time. After many years, they all calmly recognized their shortcomings. Tin Duyan was happy as if she had opened the door, and agreed to meet directly with Truong Huk. He carefully chose his clothes to meet Tin Duyan. Mr. Chow stopped because Tin Duyan was very difficult, just stepped out of the pain that Tin Duyan left behind. Tin Duyan clarified that he only came to work. However, he even ran to buy new clothes. He was still nervous about meeting Tin Duyan, but still tried to show his peace. After work, Tin Duyan opened the photo album that she had saved as memories. That was the first time they went to the beach together. At that time, Tin Duyan was also looking back at the moment with Tin Duyan, and then smiled at the idiot. They had been together to celebrate Tet with their families, each happy to meet in Germany. Each photo contains unforgettable sweetness. The next day, Truong Huk came to meet Tin Duyan. To show his confidence, Mr. Truong revealed that he and Tin Duyan were preparing to build a house to compensate for the lack of funds. Tin Duyan quickly replied to Truong Huk. Talking to Mr. Chow, Tin Duyan decided to use the company's media expenses to invest in the program. He also joined to attract viewers to promote the resort. Mr. Chow shook his head because Tin Duyan was naturally Tin Duyan's victim. He advised himself not to get involved in the problem as a failure. Tin Duyan has prepared a contract requiring Tin Duyan to ensure the recording and launch the program in 3 months to ensure the effectiveness of the promotion of the resort. Moreover, he has the priority to receive investment benefits. The general public is still awake to gain benefits. Mr. Chow just supported his decision. When he met Tin Duyan, he agreed to participate in the recording with the condition that he would sponsor the program of 6 million VND. In addition to recording at the resort, Tin Duyan had to coordinate with the hotel to complete the plan that had been set in advance. Tin Duyan reminded Tin Duyan that investing in a real program is very risky. Tin Duyan said he had investigated Tin Duyan's team carefully. In which, the director once launched a big program but was not in harmony with the investors who should be named. Ha Min is a younger brother. Tin Duyan has won many TV awards, and is very good at attracting teammates. Under Tin Duyan's overall grip, he believed in the potential of this investment. Tin Duyan hopes he has the right to choose guests to agree with the promotion of the resort. Tin Duyan suggested that Tin Duyan only needs to sponsor 3 million VND, the remaining amount will be calculated in the fixed investment format with a 8% return. Outside, Tin Duyan met Jia Tin. She introduced herself as a hotel advisor for Tin Duyan. Mr. Chow mentioned Tin Duyan quickly received the investment supervision of the resort. Hearing Tin Duyan's questions, Tin Duyan revealed that they were the investors for the resort. Who would have thought that the representative of the resort was Duyan? He said he would replace the company to monitor the resort's business situation before signing the contract. He admitted that he was once a general in the TV show competition in the past. Duyan apologized when he did not recognize her, because at that time he only paid attention to Tin Duyan. Duyan asked the general manager to send the financial report to email to him. Because now he just wants to make up for the past with his old friend. Tin Duyan invited everyone to have lunch to discuss business in the afternoon. Talking to Tin Duyan alone, Duyan asked her friend, "Have you forgotten how much Tin Duyan has loved you in the past?" Tin Duyan remembered when she broke up with Tin Duyan, she was alone in the dark, did not eat for several days. Duyan had to give a piece of advice to get her to the restaurant. Hearing Duyan's questions about her feelings, Tin Duyan described her as being cut into pieces of meat. Duyan said that if Tin Duyan had decided to cut down, then consider it a lesson to remind yourself not to give up. However, the pain in the heart is so easy to forget. During the meal, Duyan remembered that she had been beaten by the general manager in Germany because she misunderstood him being blind to Tin Duyan. Duyan said that Duyan was not a child, and did not use the kanji to make it difficult for the resort. Duyan said that Duyan was sorry for reading the wrong word because he kept looking at the general manager and thought of the two words Diao Tsang. Duyan changed the subject and asked about Tin Duyan's training program. Duyan said that Duyan was not a child, and did not use the kanji to make it difficult for the general manager to understand her. Tam Tam was afraid, hurriedly called Tam Tam. Lai Kai lost control, started to bully her. He went with his clothes, and tore her most precious book. On this side, Tam Tam's phone was received. Coincidentally, Chow took the letter to visit the resort. Hearing Tam Tam's confession, they immediately followed. Tam Tam's confession came at the same time as Lai Kai was beating Tam Tam. He quickly jumped through the window to escape. To ensure safety, Tin Duyan took Tin Nayu and Thatch Tam to the resort. Taking Tam Tam to the cafe, Tin Duyan wondered why Tam Tam did not resist like Kentucky. Tam Tam understood that the old man was the one who could do anything when she was agitated, so she had to wait for him to calm down. Tin Duyan said that she took Tam Tam here to witness the true face of Lai Kentucky. In the distance, the group of friends was playing to teach the guard a lesson. He still firmly believed that Tam Tam would never get out of him. Tin Naya said that it was Tam Tam's patience that made Lai Kai even more overbearing. If Tam Tam did not take the courage to step up, he would be imprisoned forever. When he met Lai Kai, Tam Tam said, "I'm mad at him." Tin Naya said that tomorrow Lai Kai was out of the upper levels, and went home to get angry with the weak. She investigated that he was a senior employee at the company. If they knew that a family violence employee divorced and then cheated on his ex-wife like a thief, Tam Tam would cancel the contract. Tam Tam gave out the witness ID that she secretly did after being beaten. She said she would start Lai Kai's charges of fraud if she didn't completely lose her life. The group of 6 met again. I still remember the first period after Tin Nayu transferred to Manhwa Middle School, from the fact that he still kept his position. The whole class was in a mess when they heard that Tin Nayu was a bully, but the score was still set after Tin Duyan. Tin Duyan felt sympathy for Tin Nayu, and Tin Duyan tried to comfort her. He thought that it wasn't a bad thing that he had never been able to get a high score like him. At the right time, the teacher announced that Tin Nayu's test was blank, so the computer didn't recognize it. After the test was resumed, her score rose, and the whole class was in a mess. Back to class, the teacher arranged a seat for the student to sit with the student. Tin Duyan became friends with Tin Duyan. He guessed that Tin Nayu borrowed the pen during the exam, so maybe his test was also blank. Tin Nayu asked the teacher, and a sentence of Tin Duyan was mispronounced. The teacher gave the student a chance to congratulate Tin Duyan on breaking the lowest score record. Back to the present, Tu Viet met Tam Tam. He said that the program was very suitable for Tin Duyan and Tin Nayu. Everyone realized that they still had feelings for each other, so they could meet again after the program. Tu Viet asked Tam Tam if she wanted to help them to make the program as expected. Tam Tam was afraid that she was too normal and easily ruined Tin Nayu's spirit. Tu Viet hurriedly affirmed that Tam Tam was very brave. She was really bright when she said the reason. He told the editor that he liked Tam Tam. They could recall the past like old friends. On this side, Truong Huk introduced Tin Nayu, the daughter of the teacher Duong, named Tien Kyo. She will replace the program supervisor to decide to raise more investment. Tien Kyo introduced that he was a loyal fan of the couple. She hoped that Tin Nayu could be able to befriend the old boyfriend. Tin Duyan met Tin Nayu at a building material store. At the right time, she was trying to fix the wedding room, but her husband was a bit stubborn to ask the owner to reduce the price. Fortunately, she met Tin Duyan. She asked her husband to increase the price a little bit because the owner did not want to reduce the price. Tin Duyan immediately joined the role, giving only 5,000 VND to the wife to fix the wedding room. Looking at Tin Duyan's disappointed eyes, the owner made a mistake for the couple to marry. Tin Duyan sighed and did not let go of the wife's hand. Outside, Tin Duyan immediately took off her veil. She heard Tin Duyan's mother say that he always chooses clothes for the resort, so she was not at ease in handing out clothes to others. Seeing such a sincere manufacturer, the owner was willing to help her, for example, as a husband. From here, they began to play the newlyweds, who were all excited. Tin Duyan pointed with her eyes, while Tin Duyan was responsible for the price. He even showed off his pregnant wife, to achieve the purpose. Tin Duyan suddenly picked up Tin Nuok on the car. He was busy, she was responsible for the labor of the brain, and handed over the work to her. They happily walked through the roads, to fight for the common goal. At noon, Tin Duyan begged his wife to go eat a little bit of food. Calling to get acquainted, Tin Duyan invited his wife to eat potatoes. Tin Duyan forced him to give up his shoulder, hoping to take his breath. Tin Duyan opposed, because she was also very happy to call me her husband. Tin Nuok was clear, smiling when saving a lot of money. He realized that she was a bit different from the image in his memory. Tin Duyan could not forget the image of the girl next to the piano in the past. Tin Duyan, we should start again. Just now, the past was not happy to appear, making Tin Duyan hesitate. He changed the subject, asking her to buy more potatoes. About the resort, Tin Duyan met the players when she was not allowed. Tin Duyan agreed to help them quickly to save time and money. Tin Duyan forced them to stop because she did not protect the items in the room. She reminded him to arrange the location of the team's work. Tin Duyan is a practical scriptwriter, should focus on the script. Tin Duyan was confused, immediately called his father. She said that Tin Duyan was different from the image on the internet, completely dissatisfied with Tin Duyan. The boss knew Tin Duyan should use money to bribe Tin Duyan. Tin Duyan told Tin Duyan that she could not let Tin Duyan overcome the power in front of everyone. With a producer, if you only know how to listen and endure, no one will follow your guidance. Tin Duyan hoped Tin Duyan could tell her true thoughts to herself. Tin Duyan smiled, because she dared to show her true self in front of the investor. But Tin Duyan still hoped in front of her. Tin Duyan said what she wanted to say. She said that if they did not love each other in the past, they would have become best friends. Tin Duyan admitted that after many years, she was still most comfortable with Tin Duyan. She said that the two words friends were the best way to contact them. In the meeting before the opening, Tin Duyan announced that she would not participate in the program's plan to ensure her true personality when she participated in the program. However, she banned the stimulation of the guests' emotions, causing a rift to create a trap to attract viewers. The program said goodbye to the moment of the official start with the participation of the couple. After 4 years of breaking up, the couple prepared to divorce, and finally the couple fell in love. Coincidentally, the 3 guests invited each other as a third-class friend. When they meet again, what emotions will they have? In the common house, Tran Truc appeared, greeting her old husband. Mr. Chow did not forget his mission, promoting Tai Duong Hotel. The other 4 members finally came. Tran Truc asked the program to cut off the commercial of Mr. Chow's sudden disappearance. Mr. Chow quickly clarified that he only praised the Tai Duong Hotel. Tin Duyen announced that many cameras were set up on all 4 sides of the house to record the first impression of each member. Mr. Chow was worried that many silly scenes would be known by the whole country. Tin Duyen assured that actions and inappropriate words would be cut off. Mr. Chow immediately at lunchtime, the team prepared a spicy hot pot for the couple. Knowing that Tin Duyen could not eat spicy food, Tin gave him a glass of milk to cool down. Mr. Chow carefully turned the logo of Tai Duong Hotel into a mirror. He reminded the writer of the poem, "Hurry up and use American words to comment on the food at the resort." Hearing the friend's comment, Mr. Chow hurriedly headed to the unpoisonous vegetable garden of Tai Duong. Hearing the old wife's words, Mr. Chow blamed the total destruction of 6 million taels, so he had to withdraw. Seeing the old husband who was going to steal the last piece of meat, Tran Truc hurriedly stopped, and unfortunately fell into Tin Duyen's hands. They remembered that this scene had happened on Tin's birthday. At that time, they had just finished their college entrance exam, so they should go to the karaoke bar to celebrate Tin Duyen and Tin Nuoc's 18th birthday. Accidentally dropped the meat on Tin Duyen's dress. Tin Duyen followed her to the toilet door. "Tin Duyen, I like you." Remembering the beginning of the moment, the couple was embarrassed. Tin Duyen took the opportunity to wash the vegetables, while Tin Duyen dipped her head in the food. Mr. Chow dragged himself into the room, asking about Tin Duyen's feelings for Tin Duyen. Mr. Chow said they had decided to be friends. On this side, Tin Duyen was sincere, and at that moment, Tin Duyen seemed to be back to the 18-year-old boy. After waking up, she realized that they had been apart for 5 years. Tin Duyen turned off the microphone, then whispered in her ear that she liked Tin Duyen again. What Mr. Chow brought was the excitement that no one else could give to Tin Duyen. On the second day of recording, the couple had to perform the task of saying a sincere and a deceitful sentence. Tin Duyen arrived at the meeting place early. Tien Kyo reported that she had arranged a driver to pick up Tin Duyen. She wanted to have a small interview with Tin Duyen. At the meeting place, the couple chatted and chatted. The editor had to repeatedly remind her. Tin Duyen felt a little boring, and he was happy to talk to him. Tin Duyen regained her confidence. At home, Tran Truc was determined to complete the task with her husband. Mr. Chow revealed that the times when he was busy singing were all hiding away to play games. Moreover, he had played with a female gamer. Tran Truc believed it was true because the female gamer was hired by her to visit her husband. Tran Truc said that after the divorce, she went to eat with another man. Mr. Chow asked about the next events, but she made him respect the rules of the game, and had to guess the truth by himself. Mr. Chow swore to invite his ex-wife to eat with her. The editor was scared. The quarrel between the couple's files had not been cut 10 episodes. On this side, the driver took the car and did not enter the mountain road, so he asked Tin to go to the rest of the road. She did not know the plan, so she listened to the arrangement of the program. In the mountain, the female gamer lost her phone. Not finding Tin Duyen, she quickly left the sign on the tree. Tin Duyen waited until dark, still not seeing the female gamer. Hearing Tien Kyo affirmed that he sent a text message to confirm with the female gamer, he asked to see her phone. Tin Duyen found that the location in the message was not on the beach. He warned that if the female gamer had a problem, he would report it to Tien Kyo. Tin Duyen ran up the mountain, caught the sign that the female gamer left. Hearing her singing, he hurried to find. Tin Duyen finally found Tin Duyen. They were happy to run together, but Tin Duyen was deep in the mud. He pretended to be in pain so that Tin Duyan could be dragged. Tin Duyan was a bit sorry because he had not acted in the scene of the hero saving the American classic. He blamed Tien Kyo for sending the wrong location to Tin Duyan. At the scene of the recording, Tin Duyan immediately asked Tien Kyo. She took the opportunity to send many messages to determine the location, so the driver was mistaken. Tin Duyan affirmed that he only saw Tien Kyo send the wrong location, which was the mountainous area. She was apparently weak to make it difficult for Truong Huk. Inside the tent, Tin Duyan held a skewer of grilled meat, reminding everyone to see their own position. If anyone dares to influence the program for personal reasons, she will not show up to anyone. To thank the hero for saving himself, Tin Duyan grilled the meat herself, not Tin Duyan. Truong Huk and his couple gave the show a view, acting sweeter than real. Looking at Tin Duyan carrying a lot of chili on the meat, Tin Duyan wondered why he suddenly ate spicy food so well. Tin Duyan said that after discovering that Tin Duyan likes spicy food, he started practicing to taste it when he was with her. Tin Duyan, let's start again. He wondered, is this a really good word to lie? Just by a little bit of love, Tin Duyan was able to get back to her true self. Early in the morning, Rutu came to ask Tin Duyan to go shopping with her. He was too high in the hotel, making him feel tired. Tin Duyan remembered the day before. Tin Duyan also called her to go shopping with Ru. Tuesday. Tien Kyo heard the news and immediately called Tin Duyan to go film more footage. She deliberately arranged for Tin Duyan to see Tin Duyan at Ru Tu's side. When the show crew met, Tin Duyan guessed Tin Duyan's intention and immediately asked her to pick up the phone. Tin Duyan wondered, are the two of them close enough to use the same stuff? Tin Duyan was able to get back to her true self. The second recording session with the couple was a mess. The editor-in-chief said they only have 10 sentences. The couple had to try their best to say 100 sentences in the meeting. Then Nayu decided to write a wedding invitation for Mrs. Duk Chi's husband and wife to broadcast in the special episode. At this moment, Mrs. No Jia Thuan Chi immediately became happy to be married to her beloved. At the end of the wedding, Mrs. Chow invited everyone to a homestay nearby. However, everyone was busy, staying in the room and the couple finished the wedding. At the homestay, Mrs. Chow gave the room card, calling herself to feel pleasure. At the homestay, Mrs. No Jia Thuan Chi immediately became happy to be married to her beloved. Mrs. No Jia Thuan Chi immediately became happy to be married to her beloved. At the homestay, Mrs. No Jia Thuan Chi immediately became happy to be married to her beloved.